Get out of the bag. I'm going to feed. We're feeding. What? Did I flip? There we go. Okay. There are little babies out here. It did come out here this morning. Kitties. I don't see my doe. I did see a doe earlier. And the Miracle tried chasing her when we were out there. Here we go. Uh-oh, I've lost my shoe. Nobody needs to see my foot. It's not a good foot. Okay, here we go. Hey, it's New Niffy! Hey, New Niffy! Thank you for being here. It was so nice talking to you this afternoon. Well, hello. Cinalog. I hope I've said that right. Cinalog. Thank you for the happy birthday. Well, hello, Judy. Hey, Judy, thank you for being here. Thank you for the happy birthday. Hello, Catitude. Well, Adele's not coming here today, huh? Thank you all for being here, Judy, New Niffy, Catitude. It's Sydney Cat. I'm worried these cats aren't going to be very hungry because they just finished eating leftovers from breakfast. I shouldn't have fed them so heavily for breakfast. But let me show y'all what we got going on here. Usually I sit in a plastic chair. I got my lounger out today, y'all. So I'm going to be lounging. And I'll show y'all my cards once some more people get on here. And I got a couple of cards. I had a nice neighbor bring me a gift. Well, hello, Faith. Hi, Faith. Thank you for being here. Yep, I had a neighbor down the road bring me a little present. And it was really nice. And thank you all for being here. Well, hello, Betty from beautiful Minnesota. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I hope you're having a great day. Kitty King. Hello, Kitty King. Well, Adele was not coming up today. Maybe she went to, the kitty just tried to jump across the pool. And he got his feet wet. Well, I was hoping Rosemary would be here. It's DL! Hey, DL, thank you for being here. Hey, Azay, what is this? It's my birthday party, Azay. Happy birthday to me. Yes, that is Moo. That's Moo, and this is Mini Moo. Well, thank you, Kitty King. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much. I actually had a viewer, and I'm not saying who because they don't want me to, sent me a gift card. And otherwise, I might not get any nice treats. Oh my God, they're going really slow there. What you looking at? Keep going. Anyway, I had a really nice viewer send me a gift card. Yes, I did, and I actually went and I got a little mini cheesecake, like a little cup, a cheesecake cup. I had my neighbor bought me a gift, and so I had a little extra money, so I went and I got like a little cheesecake, turtle cheesecake. It has chocolate crust bottom, whipped cheesecake, and then caramel with pecans, I think, on top. Hey, it's Robert. Hey, Robert. Thank you for being here, Robert. Thank you so much. Well, congratulations, Robert. Oh, Kitty King, that is so nice. Yeah, I was afraid these cats weren't going to be very hungry today. I should not fed them so much this morning. Hey, Maya. Hey, Maya. Thank you for being here. But I had well, I was talking to New Niffy. Yes, New Niffy called me, so I had a birthday call. New Niffy gave me a call, and we were speaking, and I said, "Oh, New Niffy, I'm getting a call from a neighbor," and so anyway, New Niffy, I said I gotta go, and then my neighbor came over, and they bought me some food, which I'm gonna give to my mother. It's beef. This old girl don't eat beef, and then I oh, Azay is a total asshole, ain't he? Can I say asshole? Azay, you're just an ass. Don't be rude to an old lady on her birthday. Anyway, and she bought me a little gifty. It's John. Hey, John. Thank you for being here. So nice to see you. Thank you all. I'm concerned that Ado isn't here, though. Yes, I fed too heavily this morning. Oh my God, I've got cats in my lap, y'all. I'm in my loungers. I got Princess and Ethereal. A happy birthday. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. Okay, that Princess is leaving. Okay, here is Ethereal for his after dinner snuggles. And I'll show you like this. My chair is wet. It was raining, sprinkling a couple of minutes ago. And I'm like, oh no. If I have to do it with an umbrella, because I already put it out there. I was going to be doing a live stream. So but it was just some sprinkles that passed. We have some nice clouds, and maybe we'll have oh yeah, Bruce just called me, John. He called me, and I was in the car driving. I'd ran to Walmart. Hey, Bruce, thanks for calling me. I'm sorry I missed it. I was driving, and the old lady had the rock music turned up really, really loud and couldn't hear the phone ring. Yeah. Yeah, it was. That's right, Maya. It's Spine Ticks. Hi, Spine Ticks. Thank you for being here. Oh, it was, I think, probably over 80. It's probably over 80 right now, Kitty King. And I am sweating heavily because I've been untangling a water hose. Hey, Ray. Thank you for being here, Ray. But thank you for stopping by to say happy birthday, Ray. My best to you and Jess. I hope y'all are both doing well. I really do appreciate you stopping by. Well, Carl's here. Hey, Carl. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the happy birthday. So nice of you. Yeah, Bruce, I didn't hear the phone ringing. Uh, I ran to Walmart and I was trying to get Miracle his a special food that Miracle likes. It's oh, look at that grooming going on over there, y'all. It's flight fish and shrimp from Fancy Feast. Hey, Stella. Thank you for being here, Stella. Armand, which country? United States? Armand, I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize deeply. I've had a day, y'all, a day. Um, my hose, which is normally in this watering hole, I needed to get it to the back because I've been moving Iris around and I needed to water them. Oh, India. Well, that's a beautiful place. Amen. Thank you for being here. I gotta calm down. Look who's snuggling. Look who's snuggling. Amen, I can't travel. I am unfortunately stranded here. I just, hey, it's Christy, but it's Veronica. Okay, Veronica, now that you're here, Veronica, I have a question for you, if you don't mind answering it. Welcome. Thank you for being here. But Veronica, if you don't mind me asking you a question, uh, we'll look at the sky for a while. But thank you all for being here. Yeah, last night, Spine Ticks, I was late. Uh, for the live stream, I thought my phone was charging, and it didn't. Whatever reason. If you don't mind, can I tell you what you think about what do I think about Indian people? I think they're wonderful people. I have many followers from India who are good friends, like Lavi and Anu, and I have many kind followers from India. Veronica, can I ask you a question? Yeah, well, it's a new phone, but I guess I didn't. The charger cord has a crack in it. I just got this phone in July, and there's something wrong with the cord already. I might have to get another cord. Okay, Veronica, here's the question. Okay, everybody calls you Veronica, but the name of your channel is Christy's Crazy Crafty Life. So I was wondering why it's not Veronica's Crazy Crafty Life. So that's what I'm wondering. Well, hello, Green Wave TV. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. I gotta calm down because I just had the rain. I just had the rain, y'all. And I'm like, oh no, not rain. I'm gonna do a live stream. Oh, Almond, that's so nice of you to say my voice sounds good. I hate my voice, actually, y'all. I hate it. Um, oh, okay. Christy is your last name. Okay. And plus all the C's. Christy, crazy, crafty. Yes. The C's all blend. Okay, good answer. Good answer. Thank you, Veronica. I've always been wondering that. Cersei! Hello, Cersei. Thank you for being here. So nice to see you. Yeah, the CCC. I understand completely, Veronica. Well, Kitty King, let's look at this, what we got going on over here. I'm sorry about the abandoned mobile home, but I want to show the kittens. But that's my uncle's, and it's part of the landscape. It's been here since 1970, y'all. So anyway. Yes, I do have an Instagram account, Almond. Hey, it's Pippa. Hey, Pippa. Here's Ethereal, Pippa. Ethereal is here. Yeah, I have an Instagram. I have one that is just Tranquil Unique Nature because they wouldn't let me put the experience in. It was too long. And I also have one called Introverts Inspiration. So I have 2 Instagram accounts and a TikTok. So if you'd like to go to Tranquil Unique Nature, you can find me. Amon, but thank you for that. Yep. Well, see, look at the food they didn't eat. See, I knew I fed them too heavy this morning. When I was putting out that food this morning, I said, nope, we're not going to have any cats. Almond, my account is Tranquil Unique Nature on Instagram. And y'all, let me show y'all my, I'm sitting in a lounger instead of a chair, y'all. I'm lounging tonight. Let's lean back. Let's lean back. We're leaning. We're leaning. Look, I'm all the way back, y'all. I'm comfortable. Hey, Adam. Hello, Adam. Thank you for being here this evening. I'm in a lounger this evening. I'm all laid back. So many people have said, I had befriended someone from Oregon because I stalked her in the parking lot. I stalk people who have Oregon and Washington plates. Anyway, I said, hey, I see you have Oregon plates. I waited for the woman to come out. I said, excuse me, I hope you don't mind me, asking you some questions. She said, sure, fine, and I asked her all about Oregon. Anyway, she said, they're going to love your accent if you ever get to move to Oregon. They're going to love it. And, and then I know some people from Oregon, and they said, oh, if you do get to come here, they're going to love your accent. Come on, let me go into a chat on my other phone. It should be Tranquil Unique Nature. Let me go to it on my other phone. Let me get out YouTube. Okay, let me show you mine. Okay. Okay, Amon. Look, it's right here. Tranquil Unique Nature Experience. I don't have a lot of followers on there. I have more on my other one. 1,250. There's my cat Miracle on his log. If that helps you out any at all. Well, thank you, Connie. You know what I don't like about the accent, y'all? And I'm going to tell y'all, I think it makes people think I'm unintelligent. That the assumption is that Southerners are not educated and that we're just dumb. I don't know if they think it makes the heat makes us unintelligent. We have the same brain as everybody else. I think it's mass media with like shows like the Beverly Hillbillies and Andy Griffith and all those where they show people who are kind of backwards and it makes they're just dumb hicks and don't okay those shows are 60 years old. Well, thank you, Spine Ticks. I try to be. Well, thank you, Almond. I appreciate that. Almond, that's so nice. But I think a lot of maybe not any of you here. Um, but I think a lot of people think that. Yes, that's something going on with me and Spine Ticks, Veronica. Um, he's giving me clues about things and I pick up on them. So he started calling me the detective. And we won't, elaborate much more on that because, look at all the food they got left over. Anyway, it's like, do y'all actually think, that people think that just because there's somebody from the South, no, Adam, nothing. And I had someone from California send me a birthday gift, Adam, and they mailed it Monday, and I got it yesterday. And that California is a lot farther away from me than you are. So I um, don't know what's going on, Adam. It's Rosemary! Hey, Rosemary. I was wondering where you were. Like, did Rosemary forget about me? Thank you for being here. But yeah, I got somebody mailed me something. They said on a Monday. I got it yesterday. So I don't know what's going on, Adam. Well, thank you, Pippa. It's okay, Adam. Yeah, it is frustrating. That happened. I've had that happen with when I didn't live here. My mother would mail me things from 60 miles away, and it would be like, "Hey, I just mailed you some money or a gift card," and I'm like, "I didn't get anything." Okay, now that we got a lot of people here, who wants to see my birthday cards? Anybody want to see my birthday cards? Is anybody interested in seeing my birthday cards? Say yes. Oh, Moo's going to eat. Moo's going to eat. Okay, everyone. Here we go. This is from my neighbor. We'll hold it out here. And they just bought me this, and they had a little gifty in there. The kind that can convert to anything. Well, Amon, thank you for being here this evening. I truly do appreciate it. And you have a great nap. And thank you for following me on Instagram. And thank you for stopping by. And maybe if you want to subscribe to my channel. And it's Katie. Hey, Katie from beautiful Minnesota. Hi, Katie. My friend always wanted to take me to Minnesota. Okay. Now, y'all, well, thank you, Almond. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Okay, now this card, it's like this card was sent from someone who knew what I love. Okay, here we go. Look at this card, everybody. Look, there's irises, cats, puppies. It's like this person knows what I like. Isn't that a beautiful card? Look at that. My two favorite things. If they just had a Diet Coke sitting in there somewhere, we'd have it going on. Iris's cat's Diet Coke. This I will frame. I will put this in a frame. This is beautiful. And if only I knew someone who knew how to do custom framing. Do I know anyone who knows how to do custom framing? Let's think. Da, 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 da. Hey, I know. I used to know how to do custom framing. I might not because it's been 5 years, y'all. Yeah, Katie, the person who sent this knows what I love. And this is for my neighbor down the road. And it had a little bit of green papery stuff in there that I can convert to anything I want. But this one is from a viewer, and y'all know this person. Yeah, but I'm not saying who because they don't want anybody to know. But y'all know them. I'm not saying if it's a man or a woman. And they may or may not be in chat right now. Maybe they are, maybe they ain't. And they gave me a lovely gift card too, y'all. No. Anyway, I thank you to the person who sent me that beautiful card with the gift card from Walmart. Yeah, I have the most wonderful viewers, Katie. Every once in a while, you get somebody with a smart mouth. Like somebody earlier said, "Why don't you just shut up?" Because I'm talking to my viewers. They said, I'm talking to my viewers, and I'm like, why don't you just shut up? Well, I don't want to be one of those live streams where I'm not speaking to the people who come in. Oh, there's the dog. There's a dog. There's a dog. But it's going to keep going. Don't even look this way, dog. Well, Maya, there are so many live streams that I see someone live streaming. They won't even say hello. If I stop by your live stream, I say hello. And I'll say, well, I hope you're doing well today. And they won't even say hello. Yeah, earlier, somebody timed them out, Catitude. They did. They said, why? Okay. This one is, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Bright as hell. Thank you. Kitty King, they're 2 houses down. And it walks by, it spends more time in my neighbor's yard than it does here, Kitty King. Uh, it's still, they say they unload groceries. Oh, no, it's coming back and the cats are running. Oh, no, the cats are dispersing. They're running. The dog has frightened them. It's stopping. It's stopping. See if I can see. No, it's going back home. Go away, doggy. Okay, it's leaving. But it frightened the cats. Okay. Okay. No, and it's very thin, Kitty King. Very thin. Um, and it annoys the neighbors across the road a lot. They have went and talked to the woman who owns the dog, and they won't do anything about it. They're like, your dog it chases a UPS truck, it chases the school buses. They went and had discussions about your dog is tearing up things here. It's in the middle of the road. It's going to get hurt. And they won't do anything about it. Hey, Glare Bear. Yeah, Kitty King, it is bad for the safety. Hey, Glare Bear, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Now, if I've missed anybody, thank you so much. Here's my birthday cards again. This will be framed. I think that's Big Noir over there. And then over there, there's little Minnie Moo. Minnie Moo. And we might have a nice sunset. Oh, that sounds good, Rosemary. Okay, now I have a question. Now let me put the cards over. Yeah, I'm lounging here, y'all. Let me get on here with my other phone. Let me. All right. Glare Bear is your name, Jacob? Well, hey, Debbie. Hey, Debbie. Thank you for being here. We did have a lot of cats, but a dog just walked by going down the road. And Oh, no, 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 I can't stand that. Okay, do you like to be called Glare Bear or Jacob? Because everybody calls me Tranquil, and that's just fine with me. Look, we have the sun going down back here. Anyway. And I am lounging this evening. I am not in my regular chair. Show y'all. Look at the food they have left over. That's the neighbor's dog, and they don't take care of it. Hey, Charity. Hi, Charity. Thank you for being here. So nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm not in my regular old plastic chair. I'm in the lounger. They just didn't eat much. I overfed this morning. Oh, thank you, Pippa. No, I will not do that. But at this point in time, so many people do know my name. Okay. Does anyone care if I partake in a birthday drink? Will that offend anyone? Because I've already started anyway. Let's see. Okay, we'll look at the cats. We have Princess. And over here, I think this is the big Noir, everyone. This is the oldest Noir. John knows my name. Now Adam knows my name. Rosemary, DL, National Park Princess. Bruce. Here's Minnie Moo. Bruce knows my name. And Michelle. I have not seen Michelle in a long time. Not even on a Sydney Cats live stream. She hasn't made any videos. I just hope Michelle is okay. And Debbie, I haven't seen Debbie from CZ in a while. And WD from Skookum Ranch knows my name. The guy from Oregon. So there's a few people who know my name. Okay, now y'all took my chair. And here's Kazera. She's guarding the birthday drinks. Well, the people that I, call that I talk to, I tell my name. I don't know if I told New Niffy my name or not. Princess. Look, here's Princess. Let me sit down and you can get in my lap, okay? Okay. Now, there's Kai Kai. Ladder Cat. Ladder Cat. Okay. All right, I'm lounging. Okay. Oh, okay. Now that there's a lot of you here, let me tell the story of the kitten that I got donated. Who wants to hear the story of the donated kitten? Well, after the last time I did a live stream, of course, see, I'm sitting here and there's the road. Cars go by. Here's a big bag of cat food. And there's cats surrounding a bowl. Hey, it's Slim Cat. Hey, thank you for being here. It's so nice to see you. It's my birthday. We're having a birthday celebration. So anyway, anybody, if they go by slow enough and they look this way, they will see a bag of cat food and a lot of cats around bowls. Okay? So the next day, my neighbor who lives across over there, yes, everyone welcome Slim Cat. There, someone I've known for quite a while. Thank you for being here. And they called and said, "Are you missing a kitten, a tabby cat?" Of course, I have tabby cats. And I said, "Well, no, I don't think I am. They were all out here this morning when I fed." And So, well, we have a kitten, and it got into, her son's truck, and they have two Labradors and just some sort of random dog. And they're all large dogs. The dogs were trying to get to that kitten to do what dogs are going to do to a kitten. They wanted to tear the kitten up, y'all. And they actually broke a piece off of the man's truck trying to get to the kitten to, do bad things. And she said, well, she said, my son finally got the kitten out of the truck. And we've put the cat in our garage. And could you come check and see if it's your cat? So, well, let me get dressed, because if y'all know anything about old Tranquil, she's not wearing clothes most of the time, or not, presentable clothes. So anyway, I said, let me get dressed. I'll be over there. So I go over there and I said, okay, I'm here to see the kitten. We got wrestling. We got a wrestling match, y'all. Well, the kitten was about the size of Minnie Moo. There. See little Minnie Moo. But it was a solid tabby gray, but it was orange, a little bit of orange and gray woven in together. Well, I don't have any cat. All my cats, most of them have white. The only solid tabbies is Kaizera with the puffy tail, and Locket has a little bit of white on him. Well, I said, oh, that's definitely not my cat. Don't you all know that one of the cars that went down that road last time I did my live stream saw me sitting out here, bag of cat food, cats eating. Said, hey, we got a cat we want to get rid of. We know where it will be fed. And I said, nope. I told them, nope, that is definitely not my cat. And they said, well, we've asked around and it doesn't belong to anybody. We've got to get rid of it. They were probably going to take it to the dump. They're not cat people. They said, we got to get this cat out of here. We don't want the cat. And it was like half grown, about the size of Minnie, maybe a little smaller than Minnie Moo. Well, hello, Thick Boy Tactical. Thank you for being here. So nice to see you. I appreciate it. I'm telling a story about my new kitten. Anyway, so I went to get the kitten. It ran. So they have a boat, nothing but a boat in the garage. So I'm crawling on my stomach under their boat, trying to catch the cat. And they have something they've set up like wire with grass in it for a duck blind, getting ready for duck hunting season. Well, the kitten runs back there. So the woman, she pulls back all that like fencing with the grass in it. It's going to be a duck blind. And I was able to grab the kitten. Well, hello, Elizabeth Russell. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here. So nice to see you. Thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you all for the happy birthday. I truly do appreciate it. And so they had a box, a cardboard box, and I was able to grab the kitten and get it in the box, get it back across the road. And let's go look at some kitty loving going on over here, y'all. Brought it home. I put it in what I call the recovery crate. Hey, it's Cheryl. Thank you for being here, Cheryl. Oh my God, that's terrible. Shingles. I've heard that is horrific. Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, hello, North Missouri Adventures. I think you're Randy. Hi, Randy. Thank you for being here. Well, Cheryl, it's so nice to see you. One of my oldest friends on YouTube ever is Cheryl. I've known Cheryl for many a year. Well, thank you, John. I understand completely. So, I get the kitten home. I put it in the recovery crate. Once it calms down, everyone, it's friendly. This cat belonged to someone, y'all. This cat was not just some random cat tossed out. It was someone's cat, and they threw it away like garbage. It's terrible. How can people do that to their cat? They just threw it away. So anyway, I'm just letting it get used to being here. I'm going to bring it outside. And yeah, that's terrible. This is a very friendly, very affectionate little kitten. And they just threw it away. And you know that there's somebody who drove by here last time I did a live stream? Don't you know that they saw me feeding these cats and said, hey, I know where I can leave my cat now. And I'm barely able to feed the cats I have, y'all. And I mean that seriously. You know, it's two people living off my mother's meager Social Security check. But I can't turn it away. They were going to take it to the dump. They were going to, you know, it wasn't meant for the neighbors across the road. They probably let it off out there, and it ran towards their house instead of running towards my house. Yes, Pippa, look, he's took the lounger. Pippa, Ethereal has took the lounger. Oh no, Kai, get off my cards, Kai. Get off my cards. I'm gonna frame it. But look at my beautiful card. I'm gonna frame that. I'm gonna put it back in the car, y'all. Oh, I tripped over Minnie Moon. Put these in the car. But look, the person that gave me that knows I like cats and irises. I'm gonna put them in the car. Okay. There we go. And I got a text from my mother's cousin for my birthday too, which was very nice. I've haven't spent much time around her. She was asking about my mother. Said, oh, I need to come visit y'all someday. Let me tell y'all what, the last thing this old girl needs is a visit from anybody. My hands are full. Hey, Selma. Hi, Selma. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great evening. Thank you all for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Well, Cheryl, thank you for stopping by. Feel better soon. Everyone send healing wishes to Cheryl. Like I said, Cheryl is one of my oldest friends ever on YouTube. I've known Cheryl for many years. Ethereal, this is my chair, and I was going to lounge in it for my birthday, and you've took it. May I please sit down, Ethereal? So yeah, I'll show y'all how close as their houses are together. I've been untangling this hose. all day to try to get the hose back to the field. I've been in my iris garden last couple of days. Okay, look at the sky. Okay. So that's the story of how I got the new kitten. I got to name her. I needed another kitten like I need another herniated disc in my back. So anyway, here's the road. Okay, you see the truck? That's their house. So they probably stopped up in here to put out the kitty. And their driveway, you can sort of see their mailbox and everything right there. The kitty probably ran that way instead of this way. And unfortunately, it was terrorized by the dogs. But it's the sweetest little kitty. It was somebody's cat. It is not wild. It is not wild. Thank you all for being here this evening. I appreciate it so much. Otherwise, I'd be alone sitting in there watching TV with my mother, who doesn't really know I exist anymore. Oh, Connie, I couldn't. What choice do I have, Connie? There's no shelters around here. Okay, there's Big Noir, everyone. And then let's see who we have here. That's Princess. This kitten doesn't have a name yet. Kaisera going under the lounger with her poofy tail, or as Bruce calls her, ladder cat. Locket and Moo. I cannot get near Moo. Moo does not want to be my friend, but that's okay. Now I'm going to try to get into the chair, y'all. So anyway, she's still getting used to her situation in life. I got to think of a name. I don't know. But I didn't really need another cat. As you see, I have plenty. Ethereal, let me sit. Oh, look at them wrestling over there. The baby kitten's playing with Noah. You know, this, DL, this spring, someone dumped out a husky with blue eyes. Full-grown husky. And right down the road, and it was spring because I didn't have the fan on yet, but I had the windows open. And I heard of one of those nights I couldn't sleep, y'all. And I heard a car stop. I'll show y'all. So even a full-blooded dog, because this dog had blue eyes. This looks like a 100% purebred husky. I'll show y'all where they stop. Let's look at the sky while I walk. And so I was like trying to sleep. I had the window open, no fan, because I could hear everything. And I heard a motor running, a car coming by, but it stopped. Like, why would this car stop? Because we're out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing here. I'll show you. So right down there, about where that, before you get to that curve, that car's like, what is she doing with her phone? Crazy woman. They're looking at me like, crazy woman. And so I heard them stop down there. Motor was running. And they sat there for a little while. Then I heard 2 car doors slam. And I'm like, whatever it is, they were getting in and out of their car. Very suspicious. And so that morning, and I usually come out here pretty early to see the cats. No cats, but a husky in my yard. A very large husky at the back door waiting for me. And, I know they can be very aggressive towards cats. So I'm like, oh no. Well, all over Facebook, it was coming up. I ran it off. It went down that way. I saw a couple of people on Facebook saying, we've got your husky on, the name of your lane, Main Street. I don't live on Main Street, let's just say. So there's all these Facebook posts. We found your husky on Main Street. Come get it. Because everybody thought it was a lost dog. I saw 2 different people post on Facebook about the husky. And then I went to the vet, and they had somebody made a flyer with a picture of the dog and put it up on the wall at the veterinarian's saying, a husky found on Main Street. I don't live on Main Street, y'all. But anyway, just an example. So everyone said, we have your baby husky here. It's doing good. Just give us a call at this number. We got your dog. And there was all these people who were trying to help this lost husky. It was not a lost husky. It was, they dumped it. I heard them when they were dumping the dog. So it is so bad. People are dumping dogs, purebred dogs. And, I know they eat a lot. So this is a dumping area for animals, unfortunately. Dogs and cats. And we got Minnie Moo down there. I asked everybody if it's okay if I have a drink, and I haven't done it yet. I asked. I've been yakking, like that person said, don't you ever shut up. But who wants to, some people do actually present silent live streams. And that's okay. You do you. You can do a silent live stream if you want to. But I want to speak to the people who come in. So I'm going to have a little. I had some before I started, but I'm going to go ahead. I've already popped the tops. Broke the seal, so it'll be easier to get into. So anyway, I'll try to stop speaking for a second, and I'll have a little drink, and we'll just look at. There's Moo. I think that's Locket. And I'm going to have a little drink. Next time, before I do a live stream, I won't feed them heavily in the morning. They have a lot of food left over, everyone. And for those of you who do not know, Moo is not friendly. I cannot pet Moo. I can't get near Moo. Sure, there's a lot of traffic this evening for out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, a nice breeze. Y'all can see the trees moving? That's very nice because it is quite warm here, everyone. Rosemary, it happens. If y'all have ever heard me talk about my cat Ori, he was dumped here. If y'all go back to my through some of my last posts or my videos, August 26th, go all the way back to August 26th. That's the 5-year anniversary of his death. Ori was a dumped kitten, and Ori belonged to somebody. He was very friendly. And I went to pick my mother up at work, and we pulled in, and I heard, meow, meow, that kitten sound, meow, meow, like that. And I said, oh my God, I hear a kitten. Well, hello, Louis. Thank you for being here. Now, Lewis, a lot of women are like, oh, I don't want to get past 30, but I wouldn't go back to 29 for anything, Lewis. It was horrible. I like where I'm at now. But thank you for stopping by, Lewis. And I'm like, oh, Mama, I hear a kitten. It's like, woo, woo, woo. So I went down there, down through the trail, and I found it. And I said, oh, and it was a tuxedo. Ori was a tuxedo. And I said, oh, Mama, no, it's a tuxedo. I can't look at it because, I see a cat and I love it. I see a cat, love it, want it. So I just turned. I'm like, no, Mama, it's a tuxedo. And I went running back. Hey, Cersei. Thank you for being here. And I was running away from Ori, but Ori wanted human companionship so bad. He followed me. He was right on my tail. And I was running. I ran away from Ori. That is so hard to believe. That I ran away from him and that he would become such a big part of my life. And I thought, well, maybe he's lost and he won't be there in the morning. And I'm not going to give him any food. He's got to go back home. And he was out here the next morning. So I go for my walk in the woods. And Ori, my God, he was so precious. He followed me every step of the way in the woods, meowing at me. And I said, no, Ori. Why didn't he didn't have a name then? I said, no, I can't keep you. I can't keep you. We can't be friends. No, no, no. And that cat, and I was running through the woods. But he won me over. Well, New Niffy, thank you for being here this evening. And it was so nice speaking to you earlier today. I appreciate your birthday call. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, New Niffy. I appreciate you so much. But I thought, well, Ori will be an indoor, outdoor cat, or outdoor only. But he wanted to come in. Ori wanted to be in the house. So I'm like, he'll be indoor, outdoor, indoor, outdoor. And then a dog came and tried to go after the outside cat. So I'm like, well, oh God, he's going to be an inside cat. And but I harness trained Ori. So Miracle was not my first harness trained cat. And so it's Gina. Hey, Gina. Thank you for being here this evening. We're going to watch the sunset. The cats didn't finish their food. I overfed them. Hello, Gina. It's so nice to see you. Gina is one of my very first YouTube followers. I have known Gina since I almost started this. Gina, Cheryl, let's see who else. Patty from Patty and Willie. Patty and Willie gave me my start. Hello, Random. Thank you for being here this evening. Moo's on the move. Moo's getting up. Maya, I am overwhelmed myself, Maya, with my situation here. And my friends on YouTube are getting me through it. My cats, my woods. But, everyone, welcome, Gina. I've known Gina for 5 years. And Cheryl, too, and Patty from Patty and Willie. Patty and Willie gave me a shout out. She discovered me. I had 13 subscribers, and they were just those random sub for sub type people. So they, yeah, I'll sub to you, and they're not weren't really good followers. They just find you, think you're desperate. They do that sub for sub type thing, and Patty somehow or other found me at 13 subscribers and said, Saturday night, I'm giving you a shout out. And she did. And people came from Patty's channel. I think that's how Vanessa found me. And Vanessa told me about John. She said, Vanessa said, there's a channel I think you might like. And she gave me the link to John's channel. And that's how I met John. So everything started with Patty. If y'all don't know Patty and Willie, go check it out. She's a great friend, a great supporter. And, I always felt sort of most of my life alone and isolated. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I think I have found my people on YouTube. I have found my, people who are like me on YouTube, and that I have something in common with. Look at Moo. Hey. For those of you who do not know, Moo is not friendly. And it's not just cat people. I watch people like Spine Ticks. He has no cats. They talk about things I don't know anything about. There's a lot of people uh, um, who I watch that they don't have cats. So, oh, 25 people are here and 29 thumbs up. Thank you all. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, Adam, I had this was going to be a gardening channel or Walks in the Woods channel, Adam. Walks in the Woods with cats. I had another channel before this one, and that was going to be my main channel. And then Ori died, and I couldn't continue with that channel because that was Ori's channel. I loved Ori with all my heart, and I was crushed when he died unexpectedly. So this channel was never meant to be or do anything. I wasn't being, this channel had, if y'all look back at my old videos, and they were far and few between, there were like daylilies and a few walk in the woods. And so I thought, well, I didn't want to continue with my first channel because it was about Ori. And so I said, well, I guess I'll do something with this channel. But I had like 13 subs, and Patty came along. And so I thought, well, I'll just go along. I'll do something with this channel, I guess. Because I couldn't do anything with my first channel anymore. Okay, I'm going to sort of put y'all right here for a second. I can't open the drink. I got it now. I got it. I thought I had the caps popped, but anyway. Oh, we got playing going on over here. They're bouncing around. Oh my God! That's how it goes. I'm being emotional now, y'all. Thank you for being here. Oh, everyone, welcome One Old Goat. He great person who follows me. Excellent comments. Everyone, welcome them. Thanks for stopping by for my birthday. Oh, thank you. It's so nice to see you. And that's another person who has watched me for many years. You know, I might not have the highest sub count of people around. I might not have 400,000 or maybe 450,000 like spine ticks, but I have some really great viewers that but it would be nice to have 400 something thousand followers like spine ticks, but you know the loyal people who are always there, who always comment. Yes, spine ticks, quality over quantity. I have some great quality people. Exactly, I do. Wonderful people who watch, kind people. You know, spine ticks. Your channel is still growing. Because see, I watch your sub count, but not at the meteoric rate it was. It was just like all of a sudden it was like you were shot out of a cannon. Like it was just like what's going on here? Look at how fast he's growing. Because I think you had 10, 12,000 when I first saw you, and all of a sudden you caught on fire, and it was just like a goodness. And it was like I couldn't believe how fast your channel was growing. But no, it is quality over quantity. It really is. Yeah, you know, people sub, you never see them again. But you know, I do have people who one time I was doing a live stream, maybe a month or so ago, maybe a little longer, and someone came on and said, "I'm one of your silent viewers." They like, "I watch all your videos. I've never left you a comment. I've never been to your live stream, and you don't know me, but I just want you to know I watch everything you do, and I love your videos." And that was a nice because not everybody wants to leave a comment, and not everybody wants to visit a live stream. And it was just this nice person stopped by and said, "Just stop by, say hi, and let you know I watch everything you do, but I've never left you a comment. But I think your channel's great." And that was so nice. And no, I didn't know them because they had never left a comment like they said, but they were. They said they were a loyal viewer. I have to take their word for it. Hello, Marie. Hi, Marie. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're having a birthday celebration here, Marie. You know, Christy, there's a lot of channels. They're big channels that I watch, and I don't leave comments either. They'll have hundreds of comments, and I just feel like, well, what's one more comment to them? You know, And they're not necessarily cat channels. They're like I like to watch camping channels. I don't want to camp unless I'm in a fancy RV, but I do like to watch other people camping. Uh, I um, I like to watch ASMR channels and spa where they go to the spa and get massages channels. I don't necessarily I don't um I don't leave comments on them. And I like the channels, but I just think if they're that popular, I'm just one more person. Oh, Kitty King, you don't like spiders? I like spiders. They're very interesting. Oh my goodness, I've dropped down to only 12 people watching. Well, it was nice for a while to have 25 people here. Oh, Adam, there's so many. Um, oh, spine ticks. I used to have a treadmill. I had a very high end treadmill spine ticks. Cost a buttload of money. Can I say buttload? Is buttload allowed on YouTube? It cost a lot of money a long time ago. And I couldn't bring it with me when I moved spine ticks. It had all the electronics and stuff. And then, oh, it was, I hated to leave it. I hated to leave my treadmill. And I had a stepper. Okay. And I just hated to leave those things behind. I had high end mattresses. I'm like, when I move here, where will I put them? There's barely room for me in that house, much less my furniture, you know. So I left a treadmill, a stepper, my dining room table. Um, I literally left just about everything that couldn't fit in a Pontiac Grand Am. If it doesn't fit in a Pontiac Grand Am, I was able to get my aquarium in there though. I really wanted my aquarium, even though there's no fish for me to buy around here. Um, I still have my aquarium. I do. I like when Sydney Cat shows her fish, and pre-retirement days Betty has fish. Um, I do like to watch aquarium. Someday I hope to get my aquarium going again. Oh, somebody has regurgitated and Moo is checking it out. Moo, was it you who lost your food? Moo's thinking about the situation. He's like, no, I gotta leave that. No, no, I don't want to be near the vomit. So, I had to leave. You work throughout your life and you buy things, uh, exercise equipment, furniture, everything. If it couldn't fit in my car, I had to leave it. And of course, where was I going to put it? Um, oh, Moo is going to hydrate, everyone. Poor little Moo and his crooked mouth. Let's just enjoy watching Moo hydrate. I did have to fill the watering hole with the hose earlier today because we haven't had rain in a while. Yeah, I had to leave stuff that I'd paid a lot of money for because both me and my husband worked hard in our business to make money. And I mean, we really We did. We put forth a lot of effort, and had not some nice things, and I had to leave it all behind. Um, Nowhere to put it here, and that was kind of sad for me, leaving behind all the stuff I'd accumulated throughout my life. But it is what it is. There's no place to put it here, and I wasn't going to pay to keep it, put it in storage. We have some clouds back here. Look at the clouds, everyone. Maybe we might have a nice sunset. Maybe we won't. Let's see what this phone's doing here. They say after an hour, YouTube will push out your content to more people. We'll see. Well, thank you, Maya. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I started my day, well, the way I always do, and then with the cats, and then me and Miracle went for a walk in the woods, and then we sat in the field for a little while and watched the birds. Then went in and had some lunch. My little tiny mini frozen pizza. I don't care what anybody says. There's no frozen pizza that will ever be as good as going to a pizza place. But I can't afford it. But the little mini pizza was thanks to someone sending me a gift card. Oh, well, here's someone. And I can't read what they're saying. I'm so sorry. FH. I'm sorry I can't read your language. We have to do English for me to understand you, but thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Oh, Miracle is the best cat in the world. I have a lot of cats, y'all. I admit it. I have a lot of cats, but there's just something about Miracle that is transcendent. Miracle is spiritual, intelligent. The intelligence that Miracle has is phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that because he's my cat, because I have a lot of cats. Miracle is so intelligent, and opinionated, and the way he communicates with me, the way he lets me know this and that. And no, he's not always the sweetest cat. I mean, he's sweet, but he's going to let you know how he feels. He's going to tell you how the cow eats the corn. If y'all have ever heard of that phrase. Is that a southern phrase, how cows eat the corn? But Miracle, he's got a big personality. Well, y'all, I don't have a big oven. Here's a Tranquil confession, everyone. Tranquil does not have an oven. I only have a little toaster oven. No, there's no oven here. No stove. I have a little a microwave, a small toaster oven, and like a little cooktop or electric skillet type thing. No cooking range here. And that is my Tranquil confession for the day. I do not have conventional cooking apparatuses in my mother's home. Well, FH, I wish I knew what you were saying. Let's do English. That's Rosemary. My mother cooked for my father so many meals, and for his family and visitors, huge, ginormous meals that When they got divorced, she said, I'm never cooking like that again. And so when she moved here, she did not get a range, what you might call it, or with the eyes and the oven door, whatever. And and she started saying, well, maybe we should get one. Now she moved here, maybe we should get, like a range with the oven and the cooktop. And I'm like, no, I can cook everything we need here. You know, I can get like a turkey breast for Christmas or Thanksgiving, put it in a little mini oven. Most of the time I do try to make everything in the microwave. Glare Bear, what was this channel about? Did you check it out? You know what I do when I'm watching other people's live streams and other people are coming on and they're commenting? I go and I check them out and I see who is children. You know. Oh no, Glare Bear. Well, that wasn't nice. I understand completely, Glare Bear. No, I do. It's like, sometimes the way people talk, you can tell they're children before you even go check out their channel. You know they're a child. And not that there's anything wrong with children. Oh, John the catfish. For those of you who do not know, I once lived on a commercial catfish farm. FH said, you can see the image on the ground. Just click translate. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not anti-kid, Adam. I'm anti-kids who don't know how to behave. Just like I am not anti-dog. I'm anti-dogs that have not been trained and do not know how to behave. And Tranquil's about to be offensive, and I'm anti-men who are rude and crude and nasty. Not every man's rude, crude, and nasty. But as you men know, there are some men that are rude, crude, and nasty. And Zena. So I'm not anti-children. I'm not anti-dog. I'm not anti-man. I'm anti-people, dogs, or children who do not know how to behave. Everyone should know how to behave. Well, I haven't had catfish for years, John, and I worked in a catfish restaurant and lived on the farm. Though, Adam, the children should have parents who teach them better. Unfortunately, many times parents are checked out, and they are not being good parents, and it's not the children's fault. It is the fault of their parents. Oh, we got a glow back here, y'all. Glow. Look at the light. Look at the light, everyone. Very beautiful. It's just starting to come on. Oh, we got some color back here. Well, I had a father in my home. He wasn't very nice. To me. My father loved children. He would have children crawling all over him, sitting in his lap. He was nice to every child he encountered but one. My father was only mean to one child and ignored one child. One. And let's see who we can figure out who that one child might be. Do, do, do. Here's the Jeopardy music, everyone. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes, Kitty King. I've never understood it. My father loved children. They loved him. Children gravitated to my father, and he wouldn't take time to pour water on me if I was on fire. And yeah, I've had therapy. Thousands of dollars of therapy when I had money. And they said, "Oh, the therapist said, 'Oh my God, your father really did a number on you, didn't he?'" Anyway, that's okay, Elizabeth. I've worked through it. My father has been dead for 31 years. My father passed away in 1992. No, 94, 94, 94. God, I can't even. Oh, we got playing. We got playing. But I don't know what it was about him that he loved kids, but not me. And I spent a lot of time in very expensive therapy trying to figure that out. And yeah, no, Maya. Yeah, I've moved on. It may I don't my I don't. And me and my mother often pondered why he didn't want anything to do with me. And my mother said when I was a baby, he never once held me. No, she said not one time ever that my father held me. Not one time. Well, spine ticks, that is great. And I can see you with your little baby Keanu spine ticks. I can tell you love him. And that is wonderful. And but my she just didn't understand it. But when they were divorcing, he threw my mother under the bus, so to speak. You ever heard that phrase, threw somebody under the bus? He said, "I didn't have anything to do with you when you were young because your mother wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me have anything to do with you. So that's why I wasn't involved in your life because of your mother." And I knew that wasn't true. Redeem. Hey, Tranquil, you promised to promote me into Ramar. Well, okay. Did I promise that? Well, hey, why not? Let's give it a whirl. It's my birthday. We'll do it. Let's see how that works out. Thank you for being here for my birthday. Rami. Rami. Let me read that. Okay. And I just did, that he blamed my mother. He said, "Oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that because your mother wouldn't let me have a relationship with you." And I'm like, "Ew, goodness." Which I knew it wasn't true because I was a young adult when they separated and they were going through their divorce. I wasn't a kid. I was already married when my parents were divorcing. I knew who and what was what's what. And uh, I was like, I was a grown adult, because I'm old, y'all. And I knew that he was just trying to make excuses. Well, okay. Well, thank you for appreciating that, Robbie. Thank you. It's my birthday. We're having watching the cats, chatting, and watching the sunset. The sun setting, y'all. It's very pretty. You know, I'm older than my father ever got to be. My father did not get to be as old as me. Um, and here's an interesting story about my father and my birthday, since it's my birthday. Well, he was dating a girl 2 years older than me. And hey, you want to watch somebody lose respect for their father? Watch them date girls your age. And I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I was telling his girlfriend, hey, it's my birthday. I think I was turning 21, something like that. Well, thank you, Rami. Adam. Oh, be nice, Adam. Adam. And so she said, "Hey, oh, it's your birthday. Does your daddy usually get you?" We say daddy here in the South. I don't care if you're 80. That's your daddy. Anyway, she said that my daddy's girlfriend said, "Hey, is your daddy getting you something nice for your birthday?" I said, "He's never bought me a present in my life. Not once." And I said, and she's like, "What? With your daddy?" And because my daddy had money. Okay. And she's like, "Oh, he doesn't buy you presents?" I'm like, "No, never. He's never bought me a gift of any kind in my life." So, apparently she went to my daddy, and because that's his girlfriend, y'all. Well, Kitty King, thank you for being here. So nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. Have a great day, Kitty King. So anyway, so apparently my daddy's girlfriend, there's just a couple years, I think she's 23. I was turning 21. Goes to my daddy and says, "You got to buy her a present." My daddy didn't think I needed anything else. He thought I had more than plenty of everything. So he gave her some money to go buy me a present. But it wasn't because he wanted me to have a gift, y'all. It was because his girlfriend thought he should buy me a gift. He's trying to impress his girlfriend, y'all. Anyway, um, so and I didn't work on Mondays. Um, so she came to my door knocking that afternoon of my birthday. And she said, "Here, I got you these. Your daddy bought you this. These are some presents from your daddy." And it's like in a little bag or something. And I open it up, and it's like a little thing, a little plastic picture frame. It's not even big as this phone. About like this. A plastic picture frame with fabric around it. Well, thank you for being here, Bruce. I'm so sorry I missed your call. I was driving with music blasting. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for being here. And a cat, because I've always been into cats my whole life. A little refrigerator magnet for little little magnet for the refrigerator. And it was just like a cloth covered tiny picture frame and a little tiny cat refrigerator magnet. I'm like, whoa, okay. This is something from Daddy. So the next day at work, my daddy said, um, hey. Daddy said, what, her name was Emma. Daddy said, hey, Emma, what did Emma get you? Emma, uh, weird girl. And I said, well, I told him it was a little fabric picture frame and a refrigerator magnet. And he looked at me, he says, that's all that girl gave you? And I said, yeah, it was like a little tiny fabric covered picture frame with plastic on it. You know, you could hold it in the palm of your hand and a refrigerator magnet. He said, are you serious that that is what you got for your birthday that Emma gave you? And I'm like, yep. He probably gave her a couple $100, at least to impress her. Not because he wanted me to have a nice gift, but to impress Emma. I got to impress Emma. And she probably spent less than $5 and put the rest in her pocket. And Daddy was so pissed off. Can I say pissed off on YouTube? Is pissed off okay? He did not like it. He didn't tell me how much he gave her, but he probably gave her at least a couple $100. Um, and what she gave me cost less than $5, and the rest she put in her pocket. And that is the story of my one and only birthday gift from Daddy. And he got cheated out of all that money. The girlfriend ended up with it. And this is a story of why you middle-aged men having your middle-age crisis shouldn't go with girls half your age and give them money. So, that's the moral of the story is you middle-aged men with your crisis will be taken advantage of by the young girls. He's like, that's all she gave you? Yes. Anyway, hey, we got some pink clouds back here. Let's look at that. Oh, God. He was not happy. You could tell that, he ain't no telling how much money he gave her. But it wasn't for me. He didn't want me to have a nice gift. He just wanted to impress Emma. Because that's what middle-aged men do when they're dating a girl half their age. It's a cautionary tale for you men. Now, I just, I just want to be careful. I don't want to offend anybody, but because I know I can be offensive. So I just sort of tone it down. I hear cats climbing trees back there. I hear the cats climbing. There's Noah. There's Moo. And that's Princess. And over here, look, y'all, we have Kaisera in the broken chair. There's Kaisera. Sleepy, sleepy Kaisera. Oh, well, no, we're down to 14 people. Come on, we need more people for my birthday. Come on, everybody. I thought YouTube would push it out, if I streamed longer, but no. Lockett is hungry again. I'm surprised we haven't seen a raccoon with all this leftover food here. 17 people. uh, Oh, Kai is out of the chair. Kai is up and moving. Kai Kai. There's Kai Kai. You know, Maya, I am a very, very opinionated person myself, whether I might be correct or incorrect, but I try to keep it to myself. Because I want to be all inclusive. I want to welcome everyone unless they're rude. Like the person who, when I first came on, said, "Don't you ever shut." And no, actually, in real life, I'm kind of quiet. Well, thank you, Pippa. Thank you, Pippa. I appreciate that. Everyone, go check out Pippa's channel. That cat has lots of great adventures. If y'all do not know Pippa, go check out that channel. It is so cute. Pippa likes to travel. Hey, look at here. We got Princess. We have Princess here. Hey, Princess. Hey, Princess. Here's Minnie Moo. Here's Minnie Moo. Yeah, you know, Catitude, I do believe that. I do believe we should be able to agree and disagree and not be nasty. But unfortunately, in this world, it seems like people get upset if you don't have their opinion, especially with politics. Everybody's gotten really uptight with that. Like, oh, what, you don't believe for this and you don't like this person in politics? Let me tell you, everybody in politics is there to line their pockets. I don't care if they're right, left, Democrat, Republican, Independent. They're all there out for themselves. None of them are here for us. None of them. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. And we should just not sit there and get our panties in a twist if somebody doesn't believe what we believe. Is panties in a twist a southern phrase? You don't know. Anyway. It's just like, you know, we're all from different places with different lives, different things going on, different issues, different circumstances. But that doesn't mean we can't all be friends. It's Angela! Hey, Angela! Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. It's starting to get dark. I thought we might have a nice sunset because it was cloudy, but not a lot. Thank you for being here, Angela. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's how I feel, Spine Ticks. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to be controversial because some people get really think certain politicians are there working for them. He's going to save us. No, nobody's going to save us, y'all. None of these politicians. Oh, Angela 29 was a long time ago, and I wouldn't go back to it again, Angela, because I was not happy at 29. But, you know, I'm doing much better now, Angela. Life does get better with age, I think. And it's Barton's RVing. Hey, Bartons. Thank you for being here for my birthday. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry I'm moving the phone so much. I almost, I have like a little mini tripod, and I almost got that. Yeah, oh, I understand completely, Adam. There's just some people you just, oh, you can't. It's like no matter what you say or do, you can't get along with them. They're not willing to try. They're not willing to budge. Um, they just want to be rude and see how I want to say that. They want to sort of poke the bear, so to speak. Yes, it's my birthday, Bartons. We're having a celebration. But, I think everybody does have the right to believe what they want to believe, do what they want to do, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. But I just think we all have the right to be individuals. Oh, look at the beautiful emojis from Angela. Thank you, Angela. And thank you for the happy birthday wishes, Bartons. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much. And I'm not in my usual chair tonight. I'm in my recliner. Yes, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I agree. But you shouldn't try to force your opinion on someone else, or think that someone is lesser than you because their opinion is different. People get so mean about it now. You know what I mean? It's like, but you don't believe. I had a guy, this is over 4 years ago, and my mother bought a really expensive washing machine. Really nice washing machine. And it broke down, and it was still under warranty. And they sent a guy, whoever, out, the that's a local, a closest repairman, the people who were under the the warranty. And he came in, he's working on my washing machine. Now, I stay with any people who come into my house or yard. I watch them, no matter what they're doing. So anyway, he starts asking me about, do you like this? Do you like this person? Do you like, people in politics? Do you like this? Do you feel about this? But she's just here to fix my washing machine. And I was like, well, no, I'm not really into all that. So he got really snippy. He said, well, I guess you're this or you're, whatever. He named the political party. Well, I guess you're blank. And he said it with a really nasty tone. I guess you're one of those blanks. And I said, I'm not any political party. I think they're all out to line their own pockets. I don't really care anything about any of them. They are trying to manipulate us to get the vote so they can be in office and get richer. He didn't like that. He did not like that I said that. And no, he didn't fix the machine either. Let's look at the sunset, y'all. So the machine went unfixed, and then he said, I got to get a part, and it's this, it's that. And by that time, the machine was no longer under warranty, so now I'm washing clothes by hand, like they did in the olden days. So I don't have a washing machine anymore. Maybe I shouldn't have told him. Maybe I should have went along with his talk about politics. Maybe he sabotaged a washing machine. Yes, that would be a great ticket, Adam. Miracle and Yoda. That would be nice. Sinolog, yes, they are. They love the watering hole. And they're over here lounging, so there are cats nearby. There's Minnie Moo. Kaizera. And we're watching the sunset. Thank you for being here, Still Cinelog. Thank you all for being here. We got 19 people. Yeah, no, I don't. Glare Bear, he got pissed that I didn't say I liked who he was all for. I didn't say I liked him or didn't like him. I just said that wasn't my thing. I didn't say anything against his little person he was really into. I just said it's not my thing. It's just not my thing. You know, Barton's RFK Jr. does seem to be unhinged. He seems nervous about something. Uh, I just shouldn't have said that either. He seemed to get really upset. No, I was just like, because I didn't want to sit there and say rah, rah, rah about his uh, political party, which I didn't care one way or the other. And well, of course, then the very expensive washing machine did not get fixed because it ran out of warranty. He said, I don't think we can fix it anymore. And not a washing machine. Yes, let's avoid that. Let's avoid everything. Let's focus on the sunset and Noah here at the watering hole. And Moo's down there. You sort of see him in the center of the screen. And I'm starting to hear the insects now. Well, Glare Bear, the cats love to sit on the washing machine. That's one of their perching places, is the washing machine. Well, John, it's different for men. Men can get a woman a lot quicker than a woman can get a man. Um, but no, I think that part of my life is over, y'all. Uh, a relationship, I think that's gone at this point in time. Even though I'm still very physically fit, um, I have really nice skin. It's just sort of, men want you to turn into something you're not. You know, Martins, everything has that now. When my mother's TV broke down not a year or so ago, I went to get her a TV, and they were all smart TVs. My mother just wanted a TV that she could sit there and watch, and they were all smart TVs. And I said, we just want a plain TV for her to watch, and they did not exist. Yeah, they want a nurse and a purse, Rosemary. If y'all are not familiar with a nurse and a purse, women should be aware of that. It's men who are divorced and they don't have their act together. They don't have their shit together. Let's say something. And they're looking for a woman who does to, and I'm not saying all men, but they were looking for a woman to take care of them, cook, clean, make their doctor's appointments, do the yard work, take care of this, take care of that. I need you to help me with this. I need you to help me with that, because they were married and they probably had a wife who took care of that, and she got tired of it and tired of his cheating or whatever. They split, and then there he was with no one to take care of him. Well, John, there's nobody for me here, John, unfortunately. The dating pool is very shallow here, John. It's very shallow. But no, I've heard so many dating stories online about women who are in their 50s or later. They're looking for a relationship, and they want a nurse or a purse. Um, and they're looking for a home. They want a home. If you got a place to live, they're looking for that. They want a place to live. I've heard a lot of women talk about that. And, because they're like in some tiny apartment or still living with someone. Oh, I watch all these dating stories from uh, the more mature ladies. But, John, it's great that you found someone. And John, are you opinionated around your girlfriend? Are you still your opinionated John around her? Well, hello, Raphael. Raphael, thank you for being here. Hey, it's John S.S. stopping by to say happy birthday. Thank you, John S.S. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Here's the cats wandering around. It's getting dark. I'm going to turn on my flash. Well, it's nice to see you, Raphael, for my birthday. Thank you for stopping by, Raphael. That sunset is really nice. And we have cats at the watering hole. It's Nikki! Hey, Nikki! So nice to see you. I didn't think I'd see you here tonight, Nikki. Thank you for stopping by. It's so nice to see you. Hey, it's Bailey from Cat Friends. Hey, Bailey, thank you for stopping by, Bailey. It's nice to see you this evening. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for... There we go. We got flash now. So we can see the cats. Thank you all for stopping by. Bailey and Nikki. Let's look at the sunset. Let's look at that glow. We got a nice glow between the trees. Well, happy birthday early, Bailey. You're still just a little baby, Bailey. You're just you got your whole life ahead of you. Mine's getting close to the end. Yes, I have some cheesecake in the house I will have later. I hear the insects. I don't know if y'all hear the insects. There's my little solar light. There's the little kitten. Oh, Bailey, 30 is just a child. 30 was a long, long, long time ago for me, but that's okay. I am Nikki. I had a phone call from a viewer, Nikki. I a text from my mother's. A neighbor came by with a gift, some little bit of money, and I'm I mean alcohol, the demon alcohol. Anyway, thanks for being here, Nikki. Yeah. Um, if I were not here with y'all, I'd be sitting in that house alone with, well, not alone, with my cat. Just my cat. I'm never alone when I got my babies. My Tuxie, Bajoko, Miracle, Serena, Solisa, Epiphany, Mystiera, Haven, Elysian, and Oriana, and Wobbly Kitten. And there's my little light. And I found my really good solar light, the one I spent a lot of money on a few years ago. Not a lot, but more than my others. It doesn't work. You know. Yeah, Spine Chicks is in Southern California, and Rosemary is in Southern California. Both of you are Rosemary and Spine Chicks is in Southern California. I know that's a big place. Southern California is twice as big as Louisiana. Well, that's how I was raised, Catitude. Glare Bear's in Southern California too. And so is Veronica. A very populated place. Whereas I live in a very unpopulated place. I live where we are very sparse and spaced out. There are not many people around here, which is quiet and peaceful. I've heard of Richie Valens. He was a singer, wasn't he? Glare Bear, a singer in the 50s. Grenada Hills. Y'all, our whole, what we call them parishes around here, parishes instead of counties. We don't have counties, we have parishes because of our French links or beginnings. Um, this whole, I'll say county for all of y'all, county only has 15,000 people and they're all spread out. Really, we're very sparsely populated, which is fine. I'm not being bothered. There's no traffic. Y'all, I went to town today and I was waiting to pull out onto the main highway and a law officer pulled up behind me. And when I see the light turn green, I shoot out like a rocket. I really give it some gas and haul my hindquarters. Give it some gas, haul. Anyway. And and all of a sudden, it's like a 45, and I was like going 50. I'm like, oh my God, and there's a cop on my tail. I'm going to get a ticket for my birthday. They didn't pay me any attention because I got on the brakes, and I'm like, but that's just my instinct. It turns green. I got to go, yo. But I didn't get a birthday ticket. That would have been terrible to get a ticket on my birthday. Let's see if we can find any cats. There's a cat. There's a cat, everyone. Mm, look at this cloud, y'all. Look, look, look. Look at that. That's pretty. Let me reposition. We'll point at that. That's a pretty cloud. I should have bought my tripod. I had a little tripod I was going to use, and I thought, no, I'll do it the way I usually do. Now I wish I'd bought my tripod so I could move around without y'all being all wavy. But, oh, there's a cat. There's a cat. There's a nice pink glow behind that cloud. Well, we have 17 people here. I wish now I'd bought the tripod. I could just sit that tripod up, enjoy my chair, and y'all wouldn't have to be moving around like this. Next time I'll put my phone in that little tripod and just enjoy looking at something without me wiggling and squiggling all around like a nut. We got 20 people here. Thank you to the 20 people here. I appreciate it so much. And I hear the insects. I don't know if y'all do or not. I see lights. Is there a car coming? Do we have traffic out here in the country? Traffic. I was hoping, the longer I stream that YouTube might push it out to more people, but they're not, and that's okay. That's okay. There's nice people. Elizabeth, can you hear the insects? Thank you, Elizabeth. I do love hearing them. And they'll do that until it gets really, really cold. Let's look at this cloud again. Yeah, Angela, I do like the night sounds. But it's so hot. You got the air conditioner on or the fan on. You can't hear them. Raphael, it's so nice that you get to travel. I am stuck here, Raphael. I cannot go anywhere. Thank you, Elizabeth. That is so nice. Well, Spine Ticks is getting some dinner. I've already had mine, but I do have some dessert. I don't think we have in and outs around here. But let me tell y'all what people go crazy for in the town near here, which is about an hour away. Chick-fil-A. The line to get into Chick-fil-A through the drive-through, y'all, goes all the way around the building and into the street. They will block traffic. The people who are trying to get into Chick-fil-A will block traffic on one of the main roads in West Monroe to get into Chick-fil-A. And it's like if you're coming across them, you just have to try to get into the other lane, which it seems like it should be illegal to wait to go through a drive-through in the middle of a busy main road. But whatever. I don't know, Rosemary. They are always swamped. They always are. Because I used to go by there when I used to have a life. I don't have a life anymore, y'all. But when I did, when I owned my business. Hey, Ruth. Thank you for being here this evening, Ruth. We do have some cats lurking and a little bit of the sunset. And but thank you, Ruth, for being here. It's so nice to see you. Well, hey, there's Charity again. Hey, Charity. Okay, now, if y'all don't know, I worked in a catfish restaurant for many years. And the grease is supposed to be filtered every day. Connie, Chick-fil-A is a chicken sandwich restaurant that people go crazy for. And it's just fillets of chicken, and it's just basically chicken sandwiches. And people go crazy for it, Connie. I mean, it's just like they will wait in line for 30 minutes to get a chicken sandwich. But no, I worked in a catfish restaurant, and it was also seafood. We had fried shrimp, fresh Gulf from Mexico shrimp. No imported shrimp at my restaurant. It was Gulf shrimp, Gulf fresh oysters, and fresh catfish from the catfish farm. And the majority of it was fried. We did have boiled stuff. And that grease had to be filtered every night. Every night. We do have a Popeyes here, Nikki. Even though I live in the middle of nowhere, Nikki, we have a Popeyes. Well, that's great news, Adam. I'm so happy to hear that. I saw some pictures the other day of the catfish farm I lived on. I just didn't know if anyone would be interested in seeing the catfish farm I lived on. I didn't know, nobody cares about that crap. So I don't know if because it was my daddy and some guy that worked for him with a net, what they call seining, Seinin, seining the fish. And I didn't know if anybody was interested in seeing. I've been looking through old photos. My birthday has made me feel nostalgic, and I've been going through old photo albums. Oh, we got a bug on the phone. Get off. Go. There we go. I got it. And but I lived on the catfish farm, and I worked in the restaurant where the fish were cooked. And my husband worked on the catfish farm. And so it was a family thing. My husband worked there, I worked there, I lived there, and I loved my job. I really did. And I was good at it. I was good at it. And I was so far away from people. Where I lived back there, back before I knew suntanning was bad, I could suntan with nothing but earrings. If y'all get my drift. I was like, I don't need any tan lines. So I was so far out there. So nothing but earrings. Because nobody could see me. But now I know getting sun is bad. We must protect our skin. Even though I spend so much time outside. Let's listen to the insects. Oh, we're getting a Buc-ee's, John. If y'all look up where I live near, I live near Jonesboro, Louisiana. That's not really a secret, but the closest town I live near is Jonesboro, Louisiana. I don't live in Jonesboro. I live in the woods. But where I go shopping is Jonesboro. But if you look at our map, we're getting a Buc-ee's in Ruston. And they had to give them all kinds of benefits to get a Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is not going to have to pay any sales tax back to the area for 20 years or something like that. They have cut them a huge deal. Like, you get this, you get that if you build your Buc-ee's here. So, I that is, to me, just wrong. Um, Buc-ee's is going to come in and hurt all the small businesses. You know, all the other businesses, they're going to be on Interstate 20. If y'all look, Interstate 20 runs just above me. Yeah, they do that, John. You are absolutely correct. They gave everything to get that Buc-ee's here. I mean, it was all over the news. This is how they, what they did and how they negotiated to get a Buc-ee's in Ruston. If y'all look up Ruston, it's the biggest town I'm closest to. They have Louisiana Tech University. Grambling is nearby. Grambling University. It's a mostly a black university. There's a few white people go there, but Grambling is famous for their football, I think. Yeah, Bartons, they are scrambling for jobs. They won't um, get a job there at Buc-ee's, but I just hate to see what it might do to the other businesses along the interstate. Um, but they have such strict rules about people who work at Buc-ee's. Your phone cannot be on. If they see you touch your phone while you work at Buc-ee's, that is a automatic dismissal. You cannot consume any kind of tobacco of any form, vaping, cigarettes, or chewing tobacco. If they see you do that, they will dismiss you. They have very strict rules for their employees, but if they pay well, you should do what they ask, I guess. I got a cat behind me. I can't lean back. Look at all them glowing eyes, y'all. No, that's not a bad thing. Um, to tell people you need to do this, need to do that. But I just think about the privately owned businesses that are going to miss business because of Buc-ee's. Rosemary, Buc-ee's is like a ginormous truck stop. They have like 30 or more gas pumps, and they're always along major interstates. So they're building it along I-20, Interstate 20. I think Adam said he went through Interstate 20 when he moved from Arizona. So Adam was not that far from me. I think they're at least as big as a Walmart, Adam. Um, and they have a lot of meat. They cook a lot of meat, lots of candy, touristy type gifts. It's just a big tourist. It is a tourist trap. Yeah, Barton's. They're supposed to be a big deal about their brisket, and and they do that chopping up thing. I've seen the videos of where they're chopping up the brisket. I think if you go to some mom and pop business who is making barbecue, their brisket would be better. I think. Um, it's a beaver, I think. Adam, I think it's a bee. I'm not sure. It's a beaver. But yeah, that's why they have some sort of things, and it is huge. They're building a whole off ramp just to go to Buc-ee's. They're building a whole brand new off ramp off of Interstate 20 just to get to Buc-ee's. And but it's a tourist trap, I think. Um, you think about, oh well, there's not a whole lot of them, and there's somebody's going down Interstate 20 through Ruston, and they're like, a Buc-ee's sign. Let's get off here at Buc-ee's, whereas they could have stopped at somebody else's gas station, but it is. Oh, I didn't know that, Barton's. I think they have lots of different flavors too of barbecue sauce for their briskets that you get to pick, and they have, I think, some um lots of sandwiches, like a lot of sandwiches made up. Yeah, they're gonna make their own separate road, John. That's exactly what they're doing. Um, Spatula City. Well, Adam, I have never heard of Spatula City. That's a new one on me. Do they have a lot of spatulas? There's Noah. We have a few cats out there. I hope y'all see them. Yeah, Barton's, that I've heard so many things about how many people coming in, coming out. I won't be going over there, but they're saying it's going to bring a lot of people to that area. Of course, I don't know, 40 miles away from there, so it doesn't affect me either way. Because there's never going to be anything here where I live except for the paper mill. Because I'm in the middle of nowhere. And that's okay. It's okay to be in the middle of nowhere. Because, look, the occasional car coming by. And it's probably church related. The insects. How quiet it is. It's very peaceful here. There's Moo. You can see Moo because he's lighter. Yes, we can see Moo. I hear people talking. I hear some people way off in the distance talking. I wonder if they can hear me. Well, thank you, Connie. Yes, it's nice. It's the light shining between the trees. There's some cats. Oh, Nikki, I did not know you were an Amazon driver. Yeah, I can imagine that. Delivering the packages in the middle of nowhere. We don't have Amazon drivers out here, Nikki. That's how far out in the middle of nowhere I am. Oh, yeah, Fort Polk. I think they call it something else. They changed the name, Barton's of Fort Polk. I don't even know what it is, y'all, because they said it was racist. So they changed the name of Fort Polk. Yeah, but paper mills are a big thing around here, Barton's, and if our paper mill closed, we would lose our Walmart. Yes, Elizabeth, there's my black cat. I think that's Minnie Moo. But it definitely has a smell. Oh, that's not good, Adam. A a front porch pirate. You know, Angela, what they call it around here? Smells like money. Smells like money. That's paper mill. It smells like money, and that is true. Uh, Angela, it does smell like money. That's what keeps us going. Well, hello. Oh, Matine Rizal, thank you for being here. Yes, Cinelog, it is nighttime. But I'm going to hang on just because I don't have anything else to do, and I like talking with all of my beautiful friends here. Yep, the paper mill, uh, I was talking to my mother's doctor before, the one before she had now, and she said she was talking to the her really older patients about how much life had changed, and she was talking about how nobody had nothing around here. You had to be a farmer or nothing, and that when the paper mill came in, it brought so much money into this area. It brought hope. You could get a job, or either they caused a business to be here. Uh, we would not have a Walmart here without the paper mill. Well, you know, Nikki, I've lived in the woods my entire life, and I've never been 10 minutes between houses. I do have 3 houses right across the road from me. But, you know, we don't, everybody minds their own business, and nobody seems to bother anybody. But, you know, that does sound good, 10 minutes between houses. Oh, they do copper stealing there too. Oh, stealing copper is a big deal around here, Glare Bear. Yeah. Anything they can break into and steal something, they do. Yes. And it's usually to buy drugs, which is unfortunate. Oh, I would love to have a mile-long driveway, Nikki. If I had the money, Nikki, I would put a fence around my 10 acres. We do have a fence back there at the back to divide us between the B word that lives on the other side of the fence. But I would love to have a fence all the way across here. Um, like to keep people out. Yeah, I would love to be down a driveway a mile long. Well, hello, Stella. Hi, thank you for being here. Yes, Adam, I'm talking about a beautiful soul. But no, it would be nice, there was a barbed wire fence all the way around the property, y'all. And I can sometimes find the wire where they took it down because none of this was here. This was all fields. Maya, that is Noir, Noir. Like black in French, that is Noir. She's wild, Maya. I cannot pet her. And so there was a barbed wire fence. This driveway was not here until my uncle's trailer was put here in the 70s. And There used to be watermelons. This was a watermelon. Where I'm sitting right now was a watermelon field. Um, and people would go by, even though there was the barbed wire fence, and see the watermelons. And, you know, guess what they did? They decided they'd come back later and get free watermelon. They were stealing the watermelons from my grandfather. And for those of you who do not know, this property has been in my family since 1953. That's how long my family has owned this place. So they started stealing the watermelons. So my uncle, who was a teenager at the time, said, I got something for them. So he started camping out somewhere around here, hiding in the darkness, waiting until late at night, until they would come steal the watermelons. And they were stealing quite a few. They were getting them close to the road. So somewhere up in here, my uncle was lurking in the field. And as the people would pull up and stop, thinking they weren't being watched, let's get us some watermelons. My uncle took his shotgun and started firing in the air. He said, you talk about some people running. He said it was young guys. A car full of young guys. And he when he jumped up from the middle of nowhere, they were thinking nobody was here and started firing that shotgun up in the air. He said they moved. They were hauling their hindquarters out of here. He said he thinks one of them got caught up in the barbed wire fence with their pants crawling under it. And nobody didn't steal any watermelons after that. That was way before I was born. I just remember my uncle telling this story of shooting up in the air to keep people from stealing the watermelon. So this was all where my uncle's abandoned trailer is. My uncle lived there. He passed away 5 years ago. And my mother's house is to the over there. But before that, this was all fields, agricultural fields. And a lot of this property was fields for growing stuff. And all the way down, if you go right back there, that's all trees now, but that's fields. Yeah, this isn't mine property. It's my mother's property, and she inherited it. This my mother didn't buy this place. This was purchased by my grandfather in 1953, and when he had just 2 small children, and they moved here. Yes, it's family property, and I'm trying to do everything I can to keep from losing it. I think it must have been a 12 gauge. Yeah, you got it. Well, thank you, Nikki, for being here. It's so nice to see you, Nikki. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice visiting with you. I hope you have a great evening, Nikki. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, it's moon time, y'all. Who wants to see the moon? I gotta move around anyway. My legs are... Look, 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 look. Oh my God, look. You know, Catitude, I am doing something that's very difficult, taking care of my mother right now because she's basically like a baby. Well, I don't lose this property because if my mother goes into the nursing home, The state of Louisiana will take this property. Yes, I know it's true for a fact. I've already asked them, what will you do if she goes to the nursing home and she can't pay? We will take your property. So that's why I'm doing a lot of my life. Taking care of my mother is very difficult, but I don't want to lose this place. I'll be homeless. If my mother goes in the nursing home, the state of Louisiana will make me homeless. Literally. They'll kick me off of here. If she goes to the nursing home and she passes away, they will kick me out of here like I'm an interloper. They would do that, Catitude. I've already asked them. That is a literal fact. They will do that. They will kick me out of here. I Centerfold, I remember them. That's Ethereal. That's Princess, Noir. I haven't named that kitten yet. We have Moo, Mini Moo, Big Noir, Little Noir. Adele was not here this evening. And Locket, Kaizera, and Princess. Thank you for stopping by, Raphael. No, she can't now because she's incapacitated, Catitude. She is incapacitated and she can't make, not allowed to make any legal decisions about anything. Well, Angela, thank you for being here, Angela. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Angela. Everyone, check out Angela's Critters. She does a lot of cooking. She shows places she goes, like old cars. I love watching the old car shows that Angela shows. Jewelry. And she shows some nice jewelry, some animals, some plants. Check out Angela's Critters. Love you, Angela. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, let's walk. I need to move around, y'all. I don't like sitting a long time. I don't mind laying for a while, but sitting, no. Let's go look at the moon. Okay. Oh, I do like moving around. I don't like sitting. Oh, there's Minnie Moo. Maya, yes, they're all related. Every one of my cats are the result of one stray cat. Well, Connie, I'll have to live in this, Connie. If they kick me out of here, I'll be living in a 2003 Pontiac Grand Am with my cats, which I don't think is legal. So that's why I'm doing everything I can. No matter how hard it is to pick my mother up, I have to lift her. I have to do everything for her. It's like a large baby. I'm doing it. Why? I love my mother, but I don't want to be homeless. But no, every one of the cats you see here and every one of the cats I have inside, they're all related and they're all the result of one cat that got dumped out here. And that's what happens with just one cat. I can't walk. Minnie Moo's under my feet. Yeah, Connie, they will throw me out of here like I'm a piece of garbage. They're like, bye. Oh, I'm going to step on you, Minnie Moo. Minnie Moo, let's walk. We've got to go look at the moon, Minnie Moo. It's supposed to be full tonight, I think, y'all. I think we're going to have a full moon tonight. Oh, Judy's back. Oh, Judy. I'm trying to walk. I need to move around. Oh, pretty clouds. Look at the cloud formations. And there's Lockett. That's just the Lyle, my uncle, who also lived here. He lived in my grandmother's house at the end of the property. It's a nice, not a fancy house, but it was a nice house, 3-bedroom brick house, mid-century modern type thing. And he had $50,000 in the bank when he went into the nursing home. So the nursing home cleaned him out of that $50,000 immediately, because his stay there was over $5,000 a month, and he did not eat because he did not have the capacity to eat. He could not eat. He was not mentally able to eat, but yet it was still, $5,000 to stay there. And then he was able to acquire Medicaid, so that the state would pay for him to stay in the nursing home. And I thought, well, that's it, we're done. After he passed away 5 years ago, I got a letter in the mail. He had no children, no wife. So I was taking care of his personal business for him. Letter comes in the mail about the house down there that was my grandmother's house. And that saying that it was from the state of Louisiana, saying he was given liquid diet, Maya. He was mentally ill, Maya. And so I got this letter from the state of Louisiana, and I still have that letter saying, you need to sell the house, and it gave the address of my grandmother's house, to pay for the money that we contributed to keeping him in the nursing home. And so this is what you need to do. You need to sell it and send us a check. So I called her. The woman on had their name at the top of the stationery, and there was a number to call. And I said, that house was owned by 3 people. Not just him. It was owned by my mother, and it was owned by my cousin. He only owned 1/3 of that house. And it was an inherited house that he lived in. It never went through a concession, whatever. It was never in his name. He didn't own it outright. And so she said, well, I'll check it out. So apparently she did. She went to the records and saw that the house was in my grandmother's name, and that there was 3 heirs to my grandmother's house. So they dropped it. They didn't make us sell my grandmother's house. Elizabeth, it was. That I thought, well, they were going to take my grandmother's house, which is just sitting there abandoned, but that's not the point. There's the moon. And so I kept that letter, because I thought, this is something I need to remember and hold on to. And looking for my chair. And so they sent me another letter a couple months later. I guess they went to the office, land records office in Jackson Parish, and said, okay, we're dropping it. You don't owe us anything, because we would have to sell it. And there's my irises. That's what I've been doing, moving irises. And it was like we'd have to sell it, and I don't know, but they dropped it because he didn't own it outright. It wasn't his house. So I know for so about a year and a half ago, I called the state of Louisiana, it's the Health of Human Resources or something like that, and I said, okay, my mother has exhausted her resources, and if she goes on Medicaid, will y'all come after her property? And I said, oh, sure. If she goes on Medicaid and she owns anything, yeah, we will take it. And they're like, where is this property? What we want to know about the property. And I said, you know where this property is located? None of your business. And I hung up on them. They were already asking, where's this property at? Like, like there's like the state of Louisiana's just dying for 10 acres in the middle of nowhere. Like, oh, we need money. Okay, I'm walking. I'm trying to get it. Here's a good shot of the moon. I'm trying to put my chair. I'm doing something, y'all. I want to put the chair out so we can see the moon. That's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just not rambling. But anyway, so they already told me that if my mother were to go on Medicaid for the nursing home, that they would come after this property and that I would be made homeless. So I'm doing everything I can to take care of my mother the best way I can without her having to go into a facility. Because what would I do with my cats? I love my cats more than anything in this world. They're my life. And, I mean, they'd probably be euthanized. They would probably euthanize my cats. Because nobody around here wants cats. So, yeah, I was talking with my neighbor today, and she said, I don't want to say it. And I don't want to make this, I don't want to make this be a sad live stream, but I was talking to my neighbor, and she's a retired psychologist, and we're talking about what's going on with my mother. And she seemed to think maybe we're getting close to the end. That, at the rate we're progressing. So, yeah, Elizabeth, it is hard. She's at the stage where she's eating things that aren't, or trying to eat things that are not food, Elizabeth. Just tearing up stuff and putting it in her mouth and chewing it like gum. And I'm like, no, Mama, that's not food. Spit it out. Spit it out. Spit that out now. Don't swallow it. And no, I seen a log. The cats can kind of go wherever they want to. They most of the time they stay here, thankfully. But I am concerned. I didn't see Edo come for dinner, but Edo was here earlier. Edo likes to go back there. There's a fence back there, and go see Big Tom. And if y'all have watched my channel enough, you've heard of Big Tom. Big Tom, the troublemaker. So Big Tom lives back there, and Edo does go visiting. But for the most part, the cats do stay around here 98% of the time. Yeah, Rosemary, I do. I think Big Tom was here not that long ago. Like last week, I think. And I hadn't seen him for like a couple of months. Yes, Judy, Big Tom is rude to everyone. No one, none of the cats like it when Big Tom comes over. Nope, nobody likes Big Tom. He's cute. Oh, here we go. There's Lockett. You smell something, Lockett? Hey, Lockett. Yeah, I didn't want to, I got a lot going on. I don't want to bring this down. I want this to be a happy um, live stream. Happy, happy. Let's talk about nature, cats, our lives. But I am very afraid of being made homeless. I'm terrified. I lay awake at night thinking about if she breaks a hip or something and has to go in the nursing home, I'm homeless with all my cats. I, I, I'm doing the best I can. I love my cats. My cats are my world, my life, my everything. Uh, my inside cats are my children. My inside cats, Tuxie, Bajoko, Miracle, Serena, Solisa, Elysian, Epiphany, Haven, Mystiera, and Sabra are my babies. Yes, it's a joyous occasion. But my inside cats are my snuggle babies. I love my outside cats, but my inside cats are my children. And the thought that I could be kicked out of here with nothing but a 2003 Pontiac Grand Prix. And it doesn't, really. It's scary. It's frightening. So I try to just take it day by day. One day at a time, everybody. One day at a time. Yeah, Judy, they're babies. They're my babies. Yeah, I'm just doing this one day at a time. I get through each day and thankful that I got through that day. Yeah, a catitude. I don't know what I would do. Um, but every day I get through, I'm just happy that I got through that day, even though, it's difficult. There's a lot going on. It's silver. I just showed it. It's a silver Pontiac 2003 Grand Prix with a dented hood because I hit a deer. Around here, if you ain't been hit a deer, you ain't been driving much. Everybody's hit a deer. Everybody's hit a deer. Um, took out the headlight, bent the hood. I don't know catitude, but I do know I knocked the poo-poo out of it because there was deer poo-poos all over that car. After I've hit deer a few times, like at least 3 times I've hit a deer. Uh, 2 times they ran away. One time it was flopping around on the side of the road. I will spare y'all. But I did call the sheriff's department for an accident report. And I said, by the way, the deer's still in the road because I wasn't going very fast, flopping. And he said, okay, I'll take care of it. And y'all don't need to hear any more than that, but the officer took care of the deer because it couldn't get up. It was just flopping, trying to move. Let's talk about something happy. Oh yeah, they will tear up your car, and if you're going fast enough and you hit them, they will come through your windshield and be in the car with you. So if you're really hauling your hindquarters down the road fast enough and you hit a deer, you could end up with that deer in your car. I don't know. I know I've hit 3 deer, and my mother hit a deer. And she had a brand new car, a Pontiac Grand Am. And she'd only had it a couple of months, brand new. Coming home from work, and it went across her hood, bent up the whole front end of the car so badly it warped everything that her door did not even open. She couldn't even, she had to crawl across the console and get out on the passenger side. That it tore up that car so bad. And so if you drive at night, you're gonna hit a deer, or you're gonna see someone who hits a deer. I'm out here in the field, everybody, my field with my flowers, and I can't have daylilies out here. I was just talking to my neighbor about that. Back when I was working, I'd bought $200 worth of daylilies. Deer took every one of them. The deer love this field. I guess they like the grass. And I had all these beautiful, they were high-end frou-frou she daylilies. And the deer come and they just tore them up. So I can't, I have a few daylilies out here. But I took what I did have, what the deer didn't destroy. I left a few. I put them in the backyard, in the front yard. Oh, Judy, I've tried deer once when I was a tiny child. It's very gamey. It's it's a strong taste. Not my cup of tea. Of course, I'm not a meat eater, y'all. Um, Fish, the occasional chicken. Um, I excuse me. No, it's I eat mainly fish. If I do consume protein, like some tuna or salmon, and maybe once a week I have a couple of bites of chicken. So I'm mainly what you call a pescatarian, mainly fish. Yeah. Oh wait! Look what we have. It's Minnie Moo. Hey, Minnie Moo. She follows everywhere. She's such a sweet baby. And Locket's right here with me. There's Locket. He's a snuggler. I do like the insect sounds. It's very nice. Well, I have 42 thumbs up. Thank you to the 42 people who gave me a thumbs up. Thank you to the 15 people who are hanging in here, even though we're just looking at the sky in the middle of the night. I love eating salads and steamed vegetables. Isn't that boring? Uh, yeah, I do. I have mainly Maya. I have mainly a plant-based diet, Maya. I occasionally eat fish a couple of times a week, and maybe once a week I might have a chicken nugget or something like that. And but mainly I have salads and vegetables and chickpeas. I have a lot of chickpeas and lentils for my protein. There's supposed to be a really nice moon tonight. If y'all think it's supposed to be full. Uh-oh, Rosemary's getting a beer. You go ahead, Rosemary. I'm still working on this little bottle of wine, y'all. I'm still working on it. Oh, I love chickpeas and lentils and kale salad, a little bit of dressing, mix in some chickpeas, some broccoli. Um, I got a meal. And even when I get my pizzas vegetarian. When I could afford to get a pizza at Pizza, it's still $30 for me to get a pizza at Pizza Hut that's vegetarian. What is in that stuff? It's dough, a little bit of sauce, and some vegetables. Yeah, I could, Catitude, the biggest part of my diet is vegetables. Like 98% of my diet is vegetables, yes. But I do try to include some fish protein here and there because I have a very active lifestyle. Mowing, taking care of this property. I'm very active, even though I'm very old, y'all. Y'all, I am very old. I still feel like I'm 20. Y'all are going to think I'm making up this crap. Oh, everybody says that. And I was just talking to my neighbor about this when they bought over my birthday card. I feel no different than I did at 20. Literally, I have as much energy, much vitality, as much as go, 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 let's do this. I literally feel no different than I did when I was a young person. I don't know why. We were talking about how I never go to a doctor, and she said her son's the same way. He never goes to the doctor. If they were to give me tests, they would probably find a lot wrong with me. They just like, oh, you're this and you're that. Let's give you some medicine. You come back in 6 months. And and because they want to make money off of you, and they're going to say you got this wrong with you and that wrong with you. Come back in 6 months to refill that prescription. And so, thank you, sit along. People say that. I hear people all the time say, I feel like I'm still 20. But then they talk about, well, I can't do this and I can't. And there's nothing I can not think of that I can't do that I couldn't do when I was 20 and do it just as good as I did at 20. Literally, literally. And I don't know what, I shouldn't say that because it's going to come back and bite me in the hindquarters, y'all. She's bragging about how much energy she has. The next thing you know, I'm at the doctor saying, oh, God, help me. I should shut up and stop talking about it. Hey, Charity. I'm still on here, Charity, rambling. Charity, I'm rambling. Oh, I don't have insurance either, Catitude. I haven't had insurance in 22 years since my divorce. But yeah, they want you to go be on drugs, so you have to go back. Well, Connie, thank you for being here, Connie. I appreciate you being here, Connie. You have a great rest of your evening. You get you some rest. Yeah, that's what I keep saying, Maya. I shouldn't brag about it because I could be riddled with some sort of disease and it could be wreaking havoc on me, but I feel good. I feel good. I feel active. I have a lot of energy. Well, thank you, Connie. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. And hey, I might wake up tomorrow feeling completely different. But hey, as of October the 5th, 2025, I feel great. So I always say, hey, don't brag about how good you feel because God's going to hear it and come take it away from you. So I just need to keep my mouth shut. Oh, the moon is way back there behind the tree. We can't see the moon. Remember, I came out here earlier to see the moon. Look, it's gone. I don't know if it's clouds or it's behind the trees. So there's no moon to look at. So we will enjoy looking at Locket and listening to the sound of insects. Hey, Locket. Locket, look at the camera. Kitty, 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 kitty. Locket, look at the camera. No, Locket's not interested. I sort of see a hint of the moon back there. It's moving around. But it is supposed to be a spectacular, what they call a harvest moon this evening. So if y'all have a night sky that is nice, go check it out. Now I do talk about having a healthy diet, but my God, I love sugar. I love dessert. Oh, or just a little bag of chips and a little. I don't have to have a lot of it. Just give me a little bag of chips and one little niblet of candy. I'm fine. I don't need a lot. Just that little taste. Yeah, my Locket said no. He's got no time for me. He will not look at the camera, Maya. Oh, rosemary cake. I have cheesecake in the house for later, y'all. Yes, Judy. Lockett is apparently very tired. I know, Catitude, but we all have to have some vices. I don't eat it very often, Catitude. It's not an everyday thing, just the occasional little niblet of candy a couple of times a month. I'm careful, I keep it in check. Catitude. Plus, now that I'm older, that's one thing I do find that's different. That I'm older and I can look at food and gain weight. Okay, so I lied when I said I don't see any difference between now and 20. The only thing that I do see different between now and 20 is a bite of candy is like, what? What's happened to my thighs? I do have to be very careful with what I eat. I will just like blow up into a big giant whatever tub of whatever, which there's not anything wrong with that. I'm not trying to judge other people, but no, weight gain is so easy once you get older. You think, well, what? I didn't eat much. Why are my clothes getting tight? They're tight. Oh, Rosemary, the yesterday I went to go to town and I put on a pair of pants I hadn't put on in a few months, and they were looser. And I'm like, well, I didn't go on a diet, Rosemary, but my clothes were loose, and it's just because I haven't had money to buy treats. I haven't had the money to treat myself. And okay, John, you go to bed. You get your rest. Yes, we all have our difference in opinions, John. We can still be friends. And I do. I love you, John. One of my oldest friends on here, John. Thank you for stopping by. You get your rest and have a great week ahead of you, John. So now I'm treating myself like yesterday and today for my birthday. But I will go right back to my austere diet. But if we can't have some wine and chocolate for our birthday, when can we? When can we? I will be good for the rest of the week, y'all. I promise. Oh, we're giving our weights now. I haven't been on a scale in 20 years, so I literally don't know what I weigh because I spent so many years of my life being a slave to that scale. I had a scale that in my kitchen, I put a scale in my kitchen at my house, and I would weigh myself 3 or 4 times a day. In the morning, afternoon, noon, night. I was obsessed with that scale, trying to be perfect for everyone in my life, trying to please everyone. And finally, I just had to let that go. I had to let it go. Let it go. Yeah, Rosemary, you can't be too thin or too rich. And there were people who were walking around skeletons. I was a size zero, but that size zero was um, hanging on me, Rosemary, hanging. I'm 5'7", a little over 5'7" and a half, and I just was like, people asked, "Are you sick or are you this thin on purpose?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is on purpose." And my husband would still tell me I was fat. That piece of crap would still tell me I was fat. A size zero was loose on me, and he would still tell me, "Oh, you're fat. You're fat. You're fat." And now, you know what? I don't care. It was never good enough for him. Never good enough for that man. Oh my God, Adam, 3'11". Who knew you were so short, Adam? And you know what? I'm like, I'm going to eat what I want. I'm eating what I want now. Of course, I don't eat what I want. I'm still careful, you know. But, I can't have a treat occasionally for my birthday. I'm still working on this one. I can't have a treat, you know. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him in 15 years. And even when I did see him, Maya, it was from a distance. And he didn't have cojones enough to come over and say anything to me. I was moving, and he came over and watched us moving and just stared. No, he talked about, he was always like, "Oh, I'm a big man. I do this, I do that." Oh, no. He just couldn't, he just stared. He couldn't say anything to me. But when I was gone, he, because I was moving, he took something, hooked it up to a tree behind my house, and crushed the roof over my living room. So I guess he had the last laugh. I'm I'm trying to keep it clean, Adam. I'm trying to keep it clean. I don't want to get in trouble on here. Boy, Lockett sure does look comfortable, doesn't he? I think men think it's cojones or a power tool. I really do think they think, and I don't want to insult anybody because I know there's some men here, but a lot of men think they got something extra special going on down there. It's like, "I'm a manly man and you're just a little woman who doesn't know anything. You can't do anything for yourself just because you're a woman, because you don't have testicles. Your lack of testicles means your brain doesn't work properly because you have no testicles." Can we say testicles? Sorry. Oh, God. I see a little bit of the moon glowing through the trees. And later it'll be back here because me and Miracle came out here like midnight looking at the moon. And it was kind of back there. It kind of goes from there and it moves across the sky and it goes there. But Miracle, he's still wearing his harness. So oh my God, Darlene! Everyone, welcome Darlene. Well, thank you for taking the time just to pop in, Darlene. I know people are busy. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate it so much. It really means a lot to me that you stopped by to say hello. Darlene is one of my very first YouTube watchers with Gina, Cheryl, Patty. Yeah, Darlene's been here for a long, long time, and I appreciate it, Darlene. I love all your comments. I love everyone's comments. Even sometimes I get snarky comments. I like those too. I don't mind it. Well, thank you, Darlene. It's dark, as you can see, and I'm just sitting here looking at a cat in the middle of the field. I love you too, Darlene. And we're having a drinky. Yeah, I have had a lot of people who have been with me for a long time. Well, thank you for being here, Adam. I always appreciate you, Adam. Adam, I've only known for maybe a couple of years, but that's okay. He's a great friend, one of my best friends on YouTube. And you have a great evening, Adam. And you, Catherine, and your 9 fur babies. Uh, I hope y'all enjoy your whole week in life and world. Thank you, Adam. I am in real life, Catitude, quite snarky. I tone it down for YouTube. I really do. I tone it down for YouTube. I don't want to get banned or blocked or anything. But sometimes you get those weird comments. People just leave a random comment, and it's always on shorts. I had somebody on, it's about a year ago, on shorts. And one of those shorts that gets a lot of views, not your regular shorts, sometimes YouTube will push that video out there, and they said, I don't know how to say it, not get in trouble. Um, they said, they left me a comment saying I'm pooping, but they didn't say pooping. And that was their comment. I'm pooping. And they just made it a lot. But they said it was SHITTTTTTTING. And I'm like, well, okay, good for you. You're not constipated. I'm like, what? And then I showed some of my morning glories, and one guy left a comment saying, you know what? I found a whole package full of morning glory seeds, and I ate them all. It was the best high I ever had. And I'm like, good Lord. I'm like, okay. I didn't know that would happen if you ate a whole bunch of morning glory seeds. Sometimes you just get weird comments. I got one, oh, this has been a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And Miracle was young, and he was doing a lot of tree climbing. And Miracle was climbing a tree, and I got really excited. I'm like, oh my God, look, he's climbing. And I just show my exuberance. I show when I'm sad. I show when I'm whatever. I show when I'm happy. I just put it all out there. And somebody left me a comment I didn't understand. They said, it looks like the Waffle House just found their new waitress. What the heck does that? The Waffle House just found their new waitress. And I'm like, hello, I don't know what you mean by that. I just get excited by my cat climbing, but thanks for watching. It was Was he insulting me? Was he being rude, or was he just being cute? I don't know what he meant. And I said, yeah, I do know what the Waffle House is, but I don't know anything about the Waffle House. And because I'm exuberant about my cat climbing, I would make a good waitress at the Waffle House. Who knows? Who knows what that meant? You know, even though the moon is hiding between the trees, it is still bright out here. I'll show. Look, it's still like my shed. You can see my shed. Well, Elizabeth, thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for spending some time with me for my birthday. I appreciate it so much, Elizabeth. I hope you have a great weekend, rest of the weekend tomorrow, or the rest of the, whatever. Everybody, if y'all have time, go watch my video. So I'm being swarmed by bugs. Anyway, thank you, Elizabeth. I'm being swarmed by bugs. Let's go somewhere else. Something just stung me. Anyway, I do appreciate each and every one of you being here. And something just bit my arm. And it wasn't a mosquito. It was more of a sting than that. I'm moving. I'm moving. And there's lockets under my feet. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosemary. And mine might be too. Look at how long I can live stream with my new phone, y'all. Before, I couldn't even do an hour hardly. Rosemary, thank you for being here. If your battery dies, you know how much I appreciate you. There's Minnie Moo. There's Locket. They're leading the way. They're leading the way. I'm probably going to go too. I got to make my mother's something to eat. I'm sure she's hungry again. She does have a good appetite. They talk about people with dementia losing their appetite. And now my mother has an excellent appetite still. She could eat all day long. She plays with it a lot, but she still has a good appetite. Okay, we're going back up here to my loungy chair, which I have to put up. I'm not going to leave my loungy chair out here overnight. And boy, it's really dark up here though. There's the aforementioned 2003 Pontiac Grand Prix. Here's where I hit the deer, y'all. You see, that's a new head. Look, it's starting to rust there. But anyway, all right, come on, Locket, let's move. Come on, Locket. Thank you, Judy, for being here. I appreciate it so much. And Judy, thank you for always commenting on all my videos. You're usually one of the first. You're very quick with your comments, Judy. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, I'm probably going to go too because I got things to do inside. And there's the moon. Look, there it is. Yes, it's the car. Look, Locket's on the car. Hey, Locket. Anyway, it's going to be a really nice night for sky watching if y'all are into that. Me and Miracle will probably come out here much later and enjoy looking at it. Well, Maya, thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much, Maya. And I'm not going to leave my lounging chair out here. And nobody took the cat food while I'm going. Usually that dog or something will come out here and take the cat food. But nothing did. Yeah, me and Miracle might come out here later this evening. And look, it's little Zinfandel. And raccoons, dogs, something. Usually take it, but they didn't. And so, yes, I'm going to put the cat food in, Rosemary. Um, but like about midnight, me and Miracle are going to come out here and watch the moon. If Miracle doesn't want to come, I'll come by myself. And thank all of you for being here. I'm just trying to see how long I can live stream, y'all. Really. I bought this chair about 3 years ago, and I would always see them at Walmart. And why don't you just treat yourself and get one? And you know what? I've used it maybe 6 times. So I thought I'd use it for my birthday. And there's still food in the bowl. So raccoons are not even coming. Usually the raccoons have come and ate all the leftover food. Look, look. Oh, you hydrating? Um, yeah, I don't know what. I'm not having near as many raccoons as I used to have. Yeah, it's really comfortable. Catitude. I like it. But the thing of it is, I put it in the shed. It's kind of cumbersome to move around. I don't like to leave it outside. And so I just end up not using it. Yeah, it is. It leans way back. It's really comfortable. There's Effie. There's Effie. And I just end up not using it because it's cumbersome to move around. Yeah, but normally the raccoons would have already been out here and took all this kibble. I don't know what's going on with the raccoons. But anyway, I'm going to go in and check on my mother, make sure she's doing okay, and get her a snack. And thank you all for being here for my birthday. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. More than words can say. Hey, I might even do a midnight live stream. A surprise midnight live stream. I don't know. Or I just might sit out there alone and look at the sky. Because the moon is supposed to be beautiful. It was nice, Rosemary. Thank you. All of you have made it be nice instead of me being alone. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. I love all of you too. I do. Um, Otherwise, I'd been alone in the house. My mother has not been able to remember my birthday for at least 3 years. Now, that's how long we've been going on with this. So, for for at least 3 years, she has not known it's my birthday. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you all for being here. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. If y'all want to go watch some of my shorts or something, well, thank you, Ceylog. Thank every one of you. Y'all, I hope y'all all have a great evening. Look at the cats at the watering hole. Well, I hope y'all all have a good time too. Because somebody earlier said, "Well, do you ever stop talking?" Or they said, "Do you ever shut up?" Well, the whole point of it is to communicate with people who come on here. That's how I feel. Why should I do a live stream and not communicate? Duh. Anyway, y'all have all made my birthday so much nicer. Thank you. I appreciate it. More than words can say. I really do. Good night, everybody. Rosemary, Maya, Judy, Catitude, Glare Bear, Adam, I think's gone. Whoever's still here. Bye bye. Locket's comfortable. Good night, everybody. I love you all. I really do. Y'all have made my birthday so nice. Bye bye, everybody.